Alright guys, so I decided to do a quick series of videos to help you get started in coaching if you're interested. Coaching is not hard, it's not scary, but it is something that sounds a little bit intimidating because when you think of coaching other people, maybe you think that you have to already have everything figured out, or maybe you have to think that you have to be 100% on top of that. I hope to show you that, one, that's not true, and two, just show you kind of what a joy this opportunity is. So few things just for a quick start. If you don't have time to watch this video now, I'm hoping it's not too long, but just in case, I need to recommend a few things. First thing is to explore what they call the coach office. So when you signed up, if I set you up as a coach either to begin with, or if you decided later to become a coach after you're using some of the products, explore the coach office and find out a few things that are in there. There is a lot. One thing that I would like you to make sure that you do is set up a website. Yes, you can create your own fancy website. That's something that I haven't gotten to yet, but would like to do. But Beachbody gives us a free website that includes links to our page so that customers can shop through you so that you can become their coach. Also, it's a way for you to introduce yourself. It's a way for you to kind of tell your story, say when your next challenge group is starting, or if you'd like to invite them to our challenge group, I am 100% okay with that. My goal is just to help other people, and I don't really care how it's done. They also have on the coach office, I noticed in the news feed, so there will be a link up there that says news, that there is a new onboarding system for new coaches. So that's something I'm not 100% aware of, but they do offer some great training. You will see that there's a training tab, there's a support tab, There's a grow your business and a monitor your business. Just check some of that stuff out and see what's included. We'll try to go over that more in depth later. But if you click on the training tab, they'll actually kind of walk you through that too. Secondly, if you really want to hit the ground running, or just kind of be able to keep yourself on track, they supply a tracker. So you can write your goals, why you're doing this. And it just kind of gives you some guidelines as to what you should be doing daily and throughout the week, just to kind of be keeping on track with helping other people. They also give, in the same thing, a tracker so you can keep up with who you are staying in contact with. When I first started doing this, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know who to message. And so now I kind of keep in mind people who are kind of touching my heart. Maybe I'll see on Facebook that they are going through some of the things that I've gone through, and I feel like I want to reach out to them. Well, I don't want to keep bothering them. If they told me no, or if they're not interested, that's completely okay. But maybe they say, hey, can you follow up with me in a month? So those are things you can keep track of on your tracker. I'm putting mine in a binder so that I can be able to look back at that from time to time and just see, each month, is there someone that said, hey, can you check up with me next month? I am really interested, because you will find that happens. And then lastly, our coach, Nikki Whiting, who is our top coach, has a Beatnik training that when I signed up was given to me in my email. If you did not receive one, let me know and I will find out how to get that to you. It's also a series of videos and documents, similar to what I've been doing, that you can go through and watch. They are a little bit lengthy, but if you, maybe do one a week or maybe one every day or a couple of days, you'll get through it, and there is some really good information in there. She also has a coach page called Beatnik Dynasty. If you're not on that Facebook page, please let me know. It's a great thing to get into. There's motivation on there. There are tips on coaching, how to grow your Instagram, how to connect with people, how to build relationships. Other women who, maybe struggled at first, and they'll share their story either with coaching or even with their health and fitness journey in general. And also she can give us insight into new products that are coming and new releases, which is kind of just fun to know, to be in the know on what's coming, because she knows before it's even available in our newsfeed on our coach office. So it's kind of a cool thing to be a part of. Don't feel like you have to participate on it, but maybe just every once in a while you could check it out, or if you really want to get into it, there's some great things on there. Also, meal plans. They'll share new meal plans, guidelines for running groups, if that's something that you decide you want to get into. And so just let me know if that's something you're not a part of but want to be a part of, and whether or not you're ready to jump into this or not. Again, I do recommend it. Okay, so I actually have included already on our page a PowerPoint that I put together, just things that have been running through my mind of simple ways to get started. I've been talking to a few of you this week, and it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. This is your story. So I'm going to encourage you to find your why. Just like when you started your health and fitness journey, I asked you to find your why. Usually when we do our introductions, I will ask you, what is your why? What is motivating you to keep going? Because when you find that deeper reason, it's much easier than saying, oh, I need to lose 10 pounds or I need to fit into these jeans. Do you have a desire to help others who might be struggling with the same things that you are or that you were? Do you want to meet a certain income goal each month? Do you want to give others the freedom you have found, either financially or in their own health or fitness? Remember what has drawn you to this opportunity and use it to drive your efforts. For me, when I first signed up, it was 100% the discount. I save money where I can save money, and it just literally makes sense to sign up as a coach if you're going to be using the products. It doesn't make sense to spend the extra money every month if you don't have to, especially since there's no influence or pushing for you to have to sell. So just something that I want you to think about. Find your why, find what is driving you to want to be a coach and to want to help others. And regardless of what it is, I'm here to help you with that. Okay, getting into the next slide. I think a lot of the things that hold people back are the idea of that we're selling something. And I'll be honest, that is something that has completely held me back in the past. My husband has a very bad connotation with people selling things because people feel sometimes obligated to buy, and I don't want people to feel that way. But we're not selling things. We are building relationships and helping people find something that we know is working for us. So something that I try to remind myself, and it's the same thing with my Christianity and my faith, is that if I have something that is working for me and that I like, don't I want to share it? I have a huge heart for people who I can relate to, or people that feel comfortable enough to be able to reach out to me and say, hey, what are you doing? You know, what has changed your life? At one point, being home a stay-at-home mom, before I thought about selling Mary Kay, you know, I liked what she had brought. It sounded exciting, but you know what, that was a little bit different for me because it was selling products. It was not something that had really helped me or changed my life. And so for me, this is a little bit deeper than selling things. And so I use that to drive me. Something that you can think about is, were you mad when you were asked? Were you upset when somebody asked you, which was probably me, if you wanted to join me on my journey, or, you know, whoever asked you or whoever got you started? I wasn't. I needed this. I actually had seen posts and I reached out to my personal coach and asked her to join. I was lost. I was using a bunch of magazines, Pinterest posts, and I shouldn't even say I was using them. I was saying that I had saved them and with every intention of going back to look at it later, but I honestly need guidelines. I need somebody to tell me what program to do. I need somebody to tell me how to eat, because I had tried to gather so much information that it was completely mind-boggling. And some of the information out there isn't true, isn't helpful, and really isn't beneficial for our health. So I was lost and I need that. And so I just want to encourage you to think back to your own feelings starting your health and fitness journey and how you can use that to relate to somebody else. And how can you start? Simply start by sharing your story. It does not have to be some extravagant story. You don't have to have lost 100 pounds. You don't have to have completely changed your ways. You don't have to have found that you can eat cleanly 100%. If you can, congratulations. But that's not really what we're about. But please do it if you're able. So tell what makes you excited about what you have. Do you have more energy? Have you overcome previous health issues? For me, it was depression, IBS, and headaches, which I found of coming from foods that I'm eating. Can you do things you couldn't do before? Are you seeing strengths that you couldn't do before? It could be something as simple as push-ups. Are you stronger, more motivated, more disciplined? Is the community aspect what you were missing? Did you learn how to control your eating habits? Did you find a workout program that you enjoy? Are you more confident? Have you noticed changes in your mental health? Is there one or more products that are helping you in ways that you couldn't help yourself before? I use a few of the products pretty regularly. Energize is great for me because it works best for my schedule if I do a morning workout. It's very hard for me to be motivated in the morning because I'm not a morning person. But I also find that just when I am able to drink the Energize, I have more focus and just more energy in general, even if I'm not working out in the morning. So that is something that I feel like has helped me. I won't say that I need, but it is very beneficial for me. Same thing with my Shakeology. It's helped tremendously with my IBS. I'm also learning that some of the ingredients in there are very helpful for mental health, and just being able to get your system on track will help in ways that I didn't even understand before. It helps me with my cravings. It helps me feel full. It helps me to stay on track for the rest of my day because I was able to start off in a good way. So just things like that. Just share what's working for you. Let's see, what's next here? How can you share? This doesn't have to be anything scary either. It is a little bit intimidating to put out a post and to make yourself vulnerable. But there are a few ways that you can do it. I can make a welcome post, and of course you can approve it before I share it, that we can share to your Facebook or Instagram page. You can introduce yourself and tell others what you have found, what you're starting, and that you're ready to make a change, and invite others to do it with you. You don't have to have been on a long journey to invite people to join you. Like I said, you can invite them to our group, and you don't have to necessarily be coaching them per se if you're not comfortable with that. But just invite people, really the more the merrier. And my hope is just to be able to spread this good thing that we found. If you have results, share them. You do not have to share before and after pictures if you're not comfortable. I don't want anybody to do anything they're not comfortable with, but maybe you could put out there that you've lost 20 pounds, or you've lost this many inches, or this is what changes you've seen since you started. Share improvements that you've made mentally and physically, because there might be people that can relate to you. I was a very quiet person before and had no desire to share that I was depressed for most of my life. And now just finding other people that have been struggling with the same, I want to share my story, not to say, look at me or any of this, but what if my story can help somebody else? So just think of those few things, and how you can help someone else in that way. Do you have a program or product that has really made an impact on your goals? What about being a part of our group? Has that helped keep you on track? Maybe when you were struggling before, like I was. Think of those things that you can share with people. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything fancy or extravagant. It just has to be real. It has to be you. It has to be your story. When you get into any of the training videos, you will see, and even I think it's on our tracker, is to be a product of the product, or be proof that the products work. And this has been something very motivating for me, because when I keep that in mind, number one, I'm helping myself. It's what keeps me on track, because when I feel like I'm motivating others, and when I'm motivating others, when they see me working out or eating better, it reminds them to do the same. And sometimes just simply seeing someone else doing that, they might want to ask you, hey, what are you doing? And what's working for you? What has changed in your life? It's actually suggested not to use the product names. You can do with that what you'd like. But just because instead of, focusing on the products, we're focusing on the lifestyle that we found. And so sometimes just putting out there that you found, a superfood shake that has helped you out with your digestion, or helped you with your cravings, or however it has helped you. You can just use that for people to come and ask you, and it just makes it less of a salesy approach. Like I said, I'm not in this to be a salesperson. I'm in it to help people. But like I said, you can take that kind of advice how you'd like. Where can you share your story? You can share it wherever you feel comfortable. I first started off messaging some of my family members. I think I picked 4 or 5 family members that I had asked, this is what I'm doing. Do you want to do it with me? I'm really excited to get started. And that was actually when I first started coaching. And that's about where I left it for a really long time. Eventually, I kind of branched out that I wanted to talk to people or put it on my Facebook feed and just kind of host groups because that's where I found the most motivation and the ability to keep going. So I would share that I'm doing a Facebook group. So you can use your Facebook feed. You can use Facebook stories, your Instagram feed. Instagram stories is kind of fun for me. If you're on Twitter or if you use Tumblr. When I started 80 Day Obsession, Tumblr was a really great way for me to kind of make a blog, and I had fun with that too. So just wherever you feel like you might be able to reach people, first of all, and use a platform that you feel comfortable with. It's not suggested that you use all of them. Maybe pick 1 or 2 that you can kind of focus on and kind of reach people in that way. What do you share? Things you can share, things that we share in our group. You can share a sweaty selfie if you want. You can share a workout clip, share your testimony, share a new recipe that you like that you found in the group, or maybe you found in one of your cookbooks or the Beachbody blog. Share how a product is helping you. Share your love for the group motivation, some of the ingredients in Shakeology and how they're beneficial to your health. I'm really into how food can help us kind of from the inside out and looking into the whole aspect of that. And so sometimes just searching just one of those ingredients, you may be able to help someone that's been looking for something similar, and they can reap the benefits of Shakeology in other ways too. We have so much to give people. I really believe that the company that we work under offers the whole package. It's more than just about weight loss. It's not just a fad. It's not a diet. It's not a gimmick. Each product and program is fully tested and confirmed with scientists, nutritionists, and trained professional trainers. We offer nutritional programs, fitness programs, access to a community, which, like I said, you can use mine, or if you'd like to host your own, that's fine as well. Shakes with superfoods, and I already went into a little bit about the ingredients and how they might be able to help people in ways they're not even aware of. Clean eating recipes, health and wellness tips, supplements to give energy and focus, supplements for muscle healing, so much more. You can check out the products on teambeachbody.com. And so that's another thing I do recommend, is that you kind of familiarize yourself with the products that we do offer. I usually recommend only things that I have tried. But there are things that maybe I'll mention to somebody. We have a digestive health supplement. We have a energy supplement. Besides the pre-workout, there's new collagen. There are so many things that actually are offered by our company that it's a really good idea to kind of familiarize yourself with, so you can help other people with things that they may need also. If you really want results, if your customer really want results, I 100% believe that we have a way to help them with that. And so it's important to kind of ask each person that you come in contact with, what are they looking for? They might only be wanting to tone up. Maybe they only need fitness, but maybe they don't understand the way that nutrition helps them reach those goals. So make sure you're asking questions and finding out what your customers want, but be familiar with what is available to offer at the same time. Okay, and then lastly, I just wanted to share a quick tip. And this is more kind of income based. Obviously, if you're able to help even just one customer, you will earn some commission on that. But one thing that I really like to encourage is getting to Emerald. And what that means is basically just having 2 coaches underneath you. And they can be discount coaches, or they can be people who are wanting to help others the way that you are as well. The reason why you want to do that is two things. Each month after you become an Emerald coach, which means, again, having 2 coaches under you, If you help at least 3 people, or hits what they call Success Club 5, and I'll go into that later, but I think of it as helping at least 3 people monthly. The following month, Beachbody will give you customers. So this is a very big company actually, and a lot of times people will find out about what Beachbody has to offer, maybe on TV or for searching online, and so they will sign up without having a coach. So Beachbody will assign them to you, and you can reach out to them and hopefully make that connection and be able to help them on their journey too. In order to continually get customers given to you, you have to help at least 3 people a month. So that's something to think of. They also give rewards and little prizes for doing that. For me, becoming Emerald was something that I wanted to do, but more than that, if I have 2 people under me, whether they're only getting the discount or not, I'm giving them savings, which is for me very important. And to be honest, when I started on my journey, I wasn't even told about the savings. So I spent full price on many items for months, and I probably spent over hundreds of dollars more than I needed to when I first started my journey, because I was interested in the Shakeology. I was also interested in the Energize and the Recover. And so I was spending full price on those things. And anytime I tried a new product, I was paying full price instead of taking advantage of the 25% off. So don't think of it as you're helping yourself, because you're actually helping them be able to save money. And, if down the road they decide they want to coach, great. And if they don't and they just want to take advantage of the discount, that's okay too. Like I said, I'm here to help people whatever they need, whether it be save money, get healthy, however I can. And so just think of it that way. It's not that this isn't a scheme, a pyramid scheme or anything like that. That's actually illegal. So anything we're doing is just to be able to help others. And there are other tiers that we can get into later, but right now I would like to encourage anybody who's really ready to kind of get into this to become an Emerald coach. And so how you do that again is just to get 2 coaches signed up underneath you. And with that, if I have a customer who is interested in a challenge pack, I almost always offer the coaching opportunity. And you can even just offer it as a discount opportunity. Please make sure that you tell them, what their monthly cost will be. It's $16 basically to coach each month. And that's basically because they give you the free website, they give you all the training, you get all the added product info that other customers do not get. So for me, the $16 was worth it, but also with the 25% discount, you're still saving money. So I offer it because it's free to sign up. There is no cost and there's no charge to cancel, as most of you should know, because I hope that I told you. But it's just a little bit easier than if you decide to become a coach later. There are some forms to fill out and things like that. So just something to keep in mind. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to get covered for the getting started part of this. I would like to check in with a group at least every Thursday and just see how you guys are doing. But I want to encourage you to reach out to the group whenever. And of course, I have the notifications on, so I will make sure that I check those. But this is something that I'm kind of finding that I would like to be doing a little bit more. Just talking to some of you about needing, income for whatever it is, or that you're really excited about your results. This is what I hope to do, is be able to share this with people, is find, this awesome opportunity that I've come across. So please reach out again. If you need anything, personally message me, reach out to the group, and I'll be adding some more videos as the time goes on.